Banter fam, happy Thursday to you all. So the manipulation continues. It is crazy. Markets start getting strong. Trump comes, opens up his mouth, and the market starts to tank. So again, guys, what we can see here is the market is just chopping. Every pump right now is getting sold into. Everything that's getting sold is getting bought into. And what you are seeing is this range that is currently shaking out a lot of people within the markets. So today, very much, I want to give you guys an update that still we have a very big short squeeze level at the 89,000. This is very clear, right? 89,000 is your short squeeze. After that is 100,000. So we know that when we finally reclaim that land again, the market will recover pretty quickly. But for now, it's survival. And I want to speak about a couple of tactics to get through this point, because this is a highly, highly manipulated market right now, and it is frustrating. And I want to show you very key tips to stay alive at this point, because again, once all of this phase is done, markets will start to recover very quickly and leave a bunch of people behind. And again, the recovery will come. We went through these phases multiple times in the bear, and we went through this phase last year. And I know we've heard this before, but guys, we've been through this, okay? But the market manipulation is crazy at this point, and I'm going to show you a few tactics on how to survive this point as well. And keep charting your damn altcoins. Keep putting the main trends in. Keep getting ready for when the squeeze happens, you don't miss it. The worst thing you can do right now is take losses over a couple of weeks and then miss the breakout when the market goes up again, because then it was just all pointless. You need to stay tuned. Let's make sure we have the key trend lines in play. And let me show you the tactics to survive at this point. Keep your heads up high. Soon it will pass. And soon we'll be back in the bull territory. So no more wasting time. Heads up. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like Sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
From Brandon's channel, hit the subscribe button. Guys, how are we doing? I know it's crazy out there. Heads up, heads up, heads up. I know it's tough. Every little pump we see go up. But again, if we look on high time frames, not really too much has happened, right? If we look here and we zoom out high time frames, a couple of altcoins made some lower lows. Well, not lower lows just yet, but 4-hour lower lows. And we have like Solana sitting at the range lows here. So I want to speak about these tokens. If they start to lose these supports, how far down are we going? We can see it's very key supports here. Okay, but not too much when it comes to high time frame at this point over here. More a little bit scary when it comes to the short time frame. Short time frame, a little bit crazy, right? Trump comes in, says one or two things, markets go up, and then all of a sudden start to shoot down. Right, and it looks like he ain't stopping with the tariffs. He ain't stopping with all the domination of the world. Okay, and maybe there's some sort of plan. Not sure. But what we're looking at now is paying attention to the manipulation in this market now, and basically zooming out a little bit. The best thing to do now is, if this market is wrecking you, right, you need to, and this is why I explained to you guys the other day, the charting of your finances or your journey is so important, because it's just going to kind of give you a little bit of a understanding of what to do next. I am a trader. Right, so these type of moves I trade. Yesterday I got stopped again, and now I'm sitting in cash waiting to see if I'm going to enter, waiting to see if we're going to hold these supports. But nonetheless, kind of making money and kind of getting trapped with the trading accounts. Long term, it's just down for 3 months ago, and it's kind of just hovering at this point. And my spot trades are kind of just chilling, right? They're chilling. I got some bigger stops. So right now we're seeing these little push ups. If you are losing money at this point, okay, it maybe means that you're deploying very quickly at this point, and it's just telling you to just, hey, zoom out a little bit. And I want to show you this over here. It's important, right? If you look at altcoins here as a whole, and look at where alts are at this point, right, you could see that it's definitely just came out of this depression phase, or still in the depression phase. But it's quite clear to see that when alts are really going to get popping is when it's through this big trend line, right? Which is basically telling you that if you look at your money chart right now, or you look at your finances, and let's say you went through a good end of last year, and then you've had a drop, and now you're dropping, and now yesterday was another drop, let's say. It's telling you just, hey, just stop what you're doing for a little bit. Right? And what that means is stop rush trading, maybe. Stop trying to short-term trade too much at this point. Rather wait for the bigger trends to break. Rather play the bigger move. And by doing that, you're not going to make money back straight away. What you're going to do is you're going to stop the bleed. Right? You're basically going to stop the bleed right now when it comes to your portfolio. And again, I have different portfolios. My long-term's kind of in. And if I look at my long-term, it looks like this, and it's kind of dropping now at a little slow rate like this. If I look at my long term, right, just so this is the last 3 months or so. Had a really good November, good start to December. And then this is kind of where I'm at. And I'm kind of moving in the slow angles direction at the bottom here. And that I'm okay with. Okay, because what I'm doing is any decent trades that I can, I'm trying to just buy a little bit more in these ranges, because I know that anything that I buy at this point over here, right, I know I will make money on. Any positions that I'm holding that is in a loss right now, those will recover, right? So it means that what can I buy, or what can I do when it comes to trading points of view, right? Getting in and out, what can I try buy at these levels? Because when my other part of the portfolio recovers, I can have some positions that are actually in the profits. That's what I'm paying attention to, is what can I buy more at these points. I'm kind of out of dollars, right? I'm kind of out of these sort of things. So trading is kind of got a bit of a reason for me to get in and get out very quickly, to just go buy a little bit more as it goes. But my long term, slowly bleeding down, I'm allowing that to play. But when it comes to my trading portfolios, it's important to stop the bleed and make sure that you are around when the market wants to go up again, right? So if you have just gone through a big drop off now, the best thing to do now is just, hey, sit and wait for the bigger trends to break. Wait for the bigger trends to break. Then you go all in again, right? Then you go crazy. And what that's just going to do is it's going to rest your mind a little bit, okay? And it's going to just stop the bleed, because the bleed is really going to get you at this point of revenge trading. It's really going to get you to kind of keep adding more damage to yourself. Because if you zoom out, you can see that the market's basically chopped to the upside and straight back to where it was a couple days back. So if your account is looking worse than that, okay, it's telling you, slow down, zoom out, and instead of trading a little bit short time frame, wait for this 4 hour, 8 hour, this daily trend to break and get back in again. In that time, sharpen the tools. Make sure that you have highlighted on all of your altcoins the important trends, right? And I want to go through a couple over here. Here's ETH. That is the trend, guys. Yesterday was just the perfect proof of it, that when we pumped through it, we didn't close. You see how we didn't close outside? We rejected. That's the trend on ETH. When ETH breaks this trend, maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next 7 days, be ready, because when it breaks this trend, it's going to finally start reversing this big downwards move over here and actually really start looking at a recovery. And a loan to the tops here is a very good percentage. It's something that you can really use to recover and get back, specifically when it comes to trading and specifically when it comes to leverage trading as well, right? Leverage trading yesterday, choppy, choppy, chop, chop. But if you can time it now and really make sure you catch these breakouts, you can do a lot of powerful things when the market moves up. You've got 100% moves, and anyone that is a leverage trader understands what 100% move means if you trade that with leverage, right? But even spots alone, you are finding yourself an opportunity that when this crap is done, because it is a bunch of crap right now, it is demotivating. Yes, it is. Okay. But when it is done, there is 100% trade calling you. Okay. And that's going to be able to really put you back in the loop again and really get things rolling again. Okay, so again, you go through your alts here, you could see, look at the Solana. This, yesterday's rejection, what it did was annoying, sure, okay, but I can see there's a bunch of supports of where we can bounce. There's here, and I'll speak about another bit of another drop scenario, right? Bitcoin wants to go a little bit lower, anything like that. But what it did do for me yesterday is it made me aware that my trend lines are correct, right? And that's the important thing to do. Right now, there's nothing more to do than survive. Okay, but also make sure that you are tracking the right things as well. So now, yesterday when I saw Solana pump, look how it went straight into my trend line and it rejected. Okay, now I zoom out and I'm like, this is a very good trend. Okay, and what it's also telling me is, hey, don't rush, because this can take another few days and then pop out. Or what can happen is we can end up having this little drop over here, right? This pop here, drop, up, then the breakout happens. Okay, I cannot allow myself to exhaust myself to nothing and to exhaust my finances to nothing when the market is literally just chopping everyone to pieces, right? This is where the trend line is just saying, Husa, you will catch the trend. Don't worry, you will catch the breakout. Right now, preserve and make sure that you are protecting your downside as much as you can, right? And sometimes taking a break is really good as well, but do not lose focus within the markets. So here is showing yet again a very powerful trend that is forming on Sol. Every pump that we are getting, it is validating my trend. It is frustrating that we're not breaking out yet, but it is very good for me to know and very motivating for me to know, hey, I got this thing. I got when this thing is going to break out. I will be ready for when it happens. Right now, it's preserved and it's annoying, yes, but when it comes, I ain't going to miss it. Because again, if we can have a pump again in the next couple of weeks or next couple of months again, and things recover back to the top, you're going to feel way better, right? You're going to feel way better that not only you recovered, but hopefully you made some money on top there as well. Okay, but nonetheless, you recovered. You didn't get shaken out. You didn't get flushed out. Okay, you stayed in the game. So there is the trend telling me that doesn't matter here. This is where the market is taking money, and there can be more downside. That's what I don't want to miss. That's what I want to pay attention to, right? If you go look at Chainlink, you could see that all of these alts are saying that firstly, yesterday's dump has basically, there's a bit of time until this market is going to recover. Okay, there's a bit of time until the real breakouts happen. Okay, which means all these little 10% moves are cool. If you want to scalp them, sure, but you've got to take profits very soon. But there's a lot of errors at this point, right? You kind of like market goes and then chops and these type of things. You could also lose money quite quickly. So the goal here is to catch the big breakouts. There's Chainlink. And again, your trends are important. Most touches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches over here. Good trend on Chainlink. That's the one. And remember, going back here to Sol, I want the move from here when this trend breaks to Solana to $200 to $240, because that's where I see the next move coming. Guys, the weekly stocks are still sitting at the bottom. The bigger move is coming. Right now, you can see here, just before the big move comes, they always shake the crap out of the market and really get it demotivated, right? But after that, the move comes. And when the move comes, it's going to be fast and violent, and it ain't going to pull back for multiple days to multiple weeks as well. It's going to go in a damn straight line. Okay, will we break highs? Charts are saying we'll get around 60 to 70% of the highs. So example, ETH will go to 3-4. The next areas of Solana will get to the areas of around the 210, 220. Okay, but on high time frame, the markets are just cooling down and going sideways, and it's flushing out. You can see here, flushing. So again, pay that, keep that in mind. So there is the major trend, and I'll go through a few more examples here. Look here at Sui. It's telling you now, don't waste your time. Don't waste any more money for the next couple of days until this trend breaks, right? If you're struggling and you're losing money, if you can withstand the ups and downs. I phoned my mom this morning. I'm like, how's your trades doing? She's like, oh, I was in profits yesterday. Now I'm at even again. I'm just chilling, holding. Like, she's calm, right? She's cool. If you are panicking, then chill and put the big trend in and buy the big trend break, right? Like, it's important to do whatever the hell you can to nurture yourself right now, okay, and to stay in the game. Very important, okay? Spot trades, they're kind of chopping here. You can kind of leave it. It all depends on how emotionally you're doing and how bad is this market getting to your head, right? There, if we look at Sonic, there is Sonic's one over there. XRP, there's XRP's one over there. Cardano, there is Cardano's over there. Put all your big trends in here. We are a couple days away. Again, anything can change. And let's go through Bitcoin for the day. Here's the plans for Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is only safe when it gets above this 90,000. It's very clear. Any pumps into 88, 89,000 right now are not real just yet. Okay, yesterday, again, we just popped our head through the trend, back in. So that's the trend. We have the trend, okay, but we need to really break through this 89K here. So here's the two plays. Yesterday was a trap, bit of a trap, which means it's still going to take a bit of time to recover, but Bitcoin does this. Starts to push up. This is the first scenario. One of the scenarios, we pop up to 87, we break through, push, and that's where we really want to break through. By the time Bitcoin breaks through here, because dominance is on a damn rampage, so everything's on Bitcoin right now, which means alts are lagging behind, which means you can kind of allow Bitcoin to really prove that it's going to break out, then your altcoins will break out. So by the time Bitcoin gets out of 90,000, then only your altcoins will break these trends over here, the important trends. Okay, so there's no super massive rush at this point. The next one is the shakeout, right? Let's speak about this. If yesterday was a devastating move, and why I say maybe devastating, because maybe it also put the stock markets in a bad place. And I want to show you guys this over here. Stock markets are sitting at a very important support. There's the support over there. If stocks decide to lose this support within the next day or two, we could see another correction of up to 10% within the stock market. That might give Bitcoin a reason to go a little bit lower. If that is so, then this is what it looks like on Bitcoin over here, okay, which is the yellow scenario. There we go. Looks something like this. We pump up. We don't get much above 84, 85 now, and we go back down to the late 70s. From there, I'll see buying power again. There's a lot of buying power in the 70,000s, and this is what we want to see, break a trend and start to move up from those areas over there as well. Okay, so again, let's speak about altcoins for a second. If we decide to drop, what I want you to do, to pick up the next levels, right? If you look here on Sol. So let's clear the chart up over here so you can see it. So again, first thing you do, big trend line, right? Find the most touch trend line. This is a very good trend line. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch. That's a good one, right? Telling you that when it breaks that and it closes outside of that, it's going to be a good. Then what you look at is the support zones, right? Where is the supports? Previous bounce zones that you could see here and previous high tops. So that is support on Sol. If Bitcoin decides to go lower, then that is the area on Sol over there, which is basically the 90s. And there's one more at 80 if we rarely go back down to 72, 73. Okay, this trend will tell you that either one of these are bounce zones, but when we break the trend, it will confirm which one was the bottom and which one is the real bounce zone. Okay, so again, you can work out these levels that if Bitcoin goes down another 10%, your alts are down another 10, 15%. Remember, Bitcoin is going down at this point. Dominance is skyrocketing up. Dominance is going to get to a point. Maybe we do decide to go higher to the mid 60s, 70s. But when the market is feeling safe again, it will distribute and your altcoins will catch up very quickly. Guys, big news on, news on WEEX. WEEX had a very funny wick. Okay, I remember these days. I remember when I started with Bybit. I remember when I started with KuCoin. A lot of these, sometimes they had the wicks. I don't see the wick over here, but there was a wick to $99,000 on Bitcoin. And apparently it did trigger some of those that shorted. Just know that they are reimbursing you. Banter fam, anyone that's a part with us with WEEX and stuff, they are reimbursing and making sure that that's all sorted. So again, these do happen as exchanges go through their growing pains. So just keep that in mind that they are sorting out that problem over there as well. Okay, guys, and then we have a lot of Sniper Club stuff happening this week. Remember, we got bogged on today on Sniper Club, and we have a whole bunch of these sessions happening every week. Keep learning. Keep yourself part of a community. You'll find it below in the description over here. You'll find Sniper Club over here. And this is also the school if you want to educate yourself. And any exchanges that you guys want to load up. I know BTCC are doing a very cool whale competition at this point, which means if you are trading and getting volume, I know there's prizes to, that's Dubai, right? There's prizes for token 2049. There's any of these things. So great exchanges. There's BTCC. And remember, you get up to a 10% of whatever you deposit, right? So you deposit 10K, you get 1,000. You can use that to trade more leverage stuff, and you can use your 10K to trade a little bit more safe. We also got WEEX. You want to join WEEX, and we got Bybit and a couple more exchanges. Any of these exchanges. Oh, we also have Albank. Albank has a lot of specials as well. Very good. Any of these over here can get you into the school for free. Guys, love you lots. Keep your heads high. We'll be here every day. We keep going. We keep pushing through. Yesterday, I was shooting Sniper School 2.0. So it was a big day for me to get far with school. So that is coming. Very exciting. So I'm grinding, and building more education, more things. But know that I'm here for you every single day. Keep your heads up high. Keep focusing. And if you are bleeding too much right now, step away. Take a break. Keep yourself focused, though. Get the trends in. And when those trends break, you are back in and you go again. Lots of love to you all. See you all later. Goodbye.